दोस्तों नमस्कार। दुनिया ने भारत से सवाल किया कि आपकी करेंसी नीचे जा रही है। भारत का जवाब था जी नहीं, हमारी करेंसी नीचे नहीं जा रही है बल्कि डॉलर ऊपर जा रहा है। दुनिया ने सवाल किया कि भूख को लेकर भारत की स्थिति नाजुक हो चली है, जो रेड जोन में आ चुकी है। भारत ने कहा जी नहीं, हम तो इस देश में लोगों को मुफ्त अनाज बांट रहे हैं, दुनिया के 20 देशों को भी अनाज दे रहे हैं। यह इंडेक्स अंतर्राष्ट्रीय साजिश का हिस्सा तो नहीं। दुनिया ने कहा कि भारत में प्रेस की स्वतंत्रता संकीर्ण होती चली जा रही है। हमने कहा जी नहीं, यह गलत बात है। दुनिया ने सवाल किया धार्मिक सहिष्णुता जो थी वह असहिष्णुता में बढ़ती चली जा रही है। भारत का जवाब था जी नहीं। जवाब सरकार के हैं कमोवेश हर क्षेत्र को लेकर, और हर क्षेत्र को लेकर अंतर्राष्ट्रीय तौर पर दुनिया भर की जितनी भी संस्थानें हैं, जब वह किसी इंडेक्स पर अध्ययन करती है तो उसमें भारत को भी शरीक करती है। और भारत के इर्द गिर्द जो पड़ोसी देश हैं, वो चाहे सार्क के साथ खड़े हों या फिर ब्रिक्स के दायरे में आए, चाहे वो G20 के दायरे में आए या फिर G7 के दायरे में आए, अंतर्राष्ट्रीय तौर पर यूनाइटेड नेशन के सदस्य देश, तमाम चीजों का आकलन दरअसल इसी दायरे में होता है। और आज से नहीं होता है, यह 1950 के बाद से दुनिया भर की परंपरा सी बन गई है। लेकिन भारत सरकार को यह लगता है कि दरअसल यह सब कुछ अंतर्राष्ट्रीय साजिश का हिस्सा है, क्योंकि मौजूदा सरकार जितना बेहतरीन काम कर रही है वह तो आज नहीं कल विश्व गुरु हो जाएगी। तो हमने
So folks, the Bharat Jodo Yatra has moved through 4 states, including Andhra Pradesh, where it was for a brief period before it ended up in Bellary. And whoa, what a gathering and sammelan in Bellary. The tents I saw in the morning were empty, seats were empty, and in lakhs. I mean, seats were substantive. I've seen those kind of seats empty, where Modi is either given a bhashan in Gujarat or in Himachal Pradesh, empty. This one, by the time 5 o'clock came and the Yatra came in, it was full, and it's having an impact. भावुक हो रहे हैं सब लोग इस यात्रा से। खैर मेन लाइन मीडिया जो गोटी मीडिया है वो तो दिखाएगा नहीं, क्योंकि उनको तो छितर पड़ेंगे यार, सोटी के सिर पे पड़ी हुई है, और उनके एंकर भी ऐसे हैं जो सारे नामस्तक हैं। पर ये what is important for you guys to notice, this is happening. It's having an impact. And at the same time, if you see the Gaurav Yatra, which has happened, they just started off in Gujarat. Here you have a man who's already walked 1,000 kilometers. Guys, all you armchair guys who are running around after BJP, just remember, if any of you or any of your guys, including Ravindra Rathore, if he can walk 1,000 kilometers, you can change my name. They're not going to be able to walk. And if you think your Pradhan Seva can walk, or somebody else at this point of time. So it's a challenge, like I was saying, for these guys to walk. And this Piyush Goyal came out in his Gaurav Yatra. And guess Gaurav for what, right? This is Gaurav Yatra is going to lead them the same down the slope like India Shining did. Because neither was India Shining then, nor is there any Gaurav in Gujarat especially. Everything is behind the walls. What you don't see, they think everybody else can't see either, right? But however, he was shouted out of his Yatra. He had to duck in, or whoever was going to try and introduce him had to duck in. So you're going to remember this. Right, as G.N. Divi writes, the nice habit, from Pegasus to horse trading, we are sliding back into the horse age. You just remember the video that just played up and the video that's going to play down to see what the reality is. And as Manoj Kumar Jha writes, upper house and answer, as cooperative federalism becomes a fig leaf, Rajya Sabha grows more important. It also provides crucial continuity. And here I thought we had a fair amount of courage taken by a high court that gave bail to G.N. Sai Baba, who's a professor out of Delhi. But hey, not so quickly. For Maoist ops, brain is more vital, says Supreme Court. That guy's in a wheelchair and they're talking about brains. We've not even heard about Pegasus. You're Supreme Court, and you look at it, and just when things are changing, right? But joy cut short, order sad, says ex-prof's wife. Relief for kin, for martyrs, says Fadnavis. I am not so sure which martyrs and what Fadnavis is talking about. Fadnavis, the fat Fadnavis, he could walk a mile either.
नमस्कार दोस्तों, मैं हूं दिनेश केवोरा। स्वागत है आपका 4 PM और न्यूज टाइम के मंच पर। दोस्तों, पैसा फेंक तमाशा देख, बिल्कुल जी हां, पैसा फेंक तमाशा देख। ग्रेट इंडियन सेल लगी हुई है, फेस्टिवल सेल, हर जगह सेल ही सेल हो रही है। 50% डिस्काउंट, 20% डिस्काउंट, 30% डिस्काउंट, 40% डिस्काउंट, 100% डिस्काउंट, जहां भी मिलता है खरीद लो। क्या खरीद लो? किसकी सेल लगी हुई है? भारत के MLA और MPs की सेल लगी हुई है। हर राज्य में सेल लगी हुई है, जहां चाहो वहां खरीद लो। जी हां, कांग्रेस वाले बिक रहे हैं, JDU वाले बिक रहे हैं, और शायद दांव तो आम आदमी पार्टी के जो पंजाब वाले उन पे भी लगाया जा रहा है। इसके अलावा जो भी पार्टी है, सारे के सारे बिक रहे हैं, टूट रहे हैं। बस फर्क इतना है कि सबका प्राइस टैग अलग अलग है। जी हाँ, ग्रेट इंडियन सेल लगी हुई है, फेस्टिवल सेल है। नवरात्रि आ रहे हैं, दिवाली आ रही है, दशहरा आ रहा है, तो सेल क्यों नहीं लगेगी भाई? एक देश की नैतिकता बिक रही है, एक देश की मोरालिटी बिक रही है। भारत के कर्णधार बिक रहे हैं, भारत के कर्णधारों की बिक्री हो रही है, खरीदारी हो रही है, डिस्काउंट पे हो रही है, बिना डिस्काउंट के हो रही है। जितना चाहो हर कोने से भारत के चारों कोनों में इसकी बिक्री हो रही है। आप चाहे मणिपुर चले जाओ, वहां बिक्री हो रही है, गोवा चले जाओ, वहां बिक्री।
So, like I said, the Yatra is getting a lot of traction, and the brief period it walked through Andhra Pradesh, you should have seen in Tapti Garmi how many people were out there to welcome. However, and things are changing. Obviously, the opposition is noting that Rahul is having an impact. So, here Pawar to welcome Congress Yatra in Maharashtra, and remember that by-election that's happening in Andheri East. Now it's MVA, and if MVA comes together, and if Shiv Sena also shows up to greet Rahul. Game changing, right? And everybody's realized, and I think the Shah Sahab has realized that the funds may be flowing through Chhattisgarh. That's why he's going after Baghe. ED, Chhattisgarh coal cartel made 2-3 crore daily from illegal labor. And then he says, and Gujarat is in trouble, right? Now with the Triconia fight in Gujarat with Aam Aadmi Party upsetting the apple cart in the urban centers, which is with the girl of the BJPs. Congress is pretty solid still in the hinterland, and I think realize that there's no use wasting its efforts there. So if Congress continues to do what it's doing, is doing small surveillance, going house to house and this and forced good old Pradhan Sevak to come out and say, Congress se dhyan se rehna. Real man. Spread PM's message in villages, Shah tells NRIs from Gujarat ahead of course. Now he needs the NRI. They go figure that. Modi's 72 hours in Gujarat to be packed with unveiling of projects. And projects left, right and center. One day train, they're running 30,000 crores, 10,000 crores. It never shows up, right? And then you have this, a joke on the rest of the country. It's been happening for 8 years with everything moving to Gujarat, with the capital, financial capital, trying to the gift city, trying to squiggle its way into Ahmedabad. It'll fail. It'll fail because of the atmosphere. No free atmosphere of thought, no free atmosphere of food in Gujarat. It will fail. Amul milk prices up, Gujarat spared, Mother Dairy to rights list. This is the biggest insult to the rest of the country. Civilian killed in Valley terror attack, Pandits renew protest. So, well, I guess when he says Article 372 Ram Temple PM achieved impossible, says Shah, well, we are waiting for the results here. And India still paying price for Nehru follies on JNK, says Riju. What a joke with the Pandits continuing to be sidelined, the guns being shot off their shoulder, but they have realized this government is worse probably than the other government, right? Cheers. And what about Anupam K or the Baldy, all that fellow who made the movie Fire, whatever K Fire, whatever it was called, run away with the money, but nothing to do. Poor Pandits still left at their own mercy and the mercy of the gun.
नमस्कार दोस्तों, 4 PM और न्यूज टाइम के इस मंच पर आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। दोस्तों, भारत अब सिर्फ चंद लोगों के लिए है। चंद लोग मतलब जो उद्योगपति हैं, जिनके पास अथाह पैसा है। बाकी लोग भूखे नंगे हैं। ऑलमोस्ट 80-90 करोड़ को तो 5 किलो अनाज देकर और 1 रुपए, 2 रुपए, 3 रुपए किलो के हिसाब से कंसेशनल अनाज देकर जीवित रखा गया है। लेकिन दुनिया के अंदर जो हंगर की जो पोजीशन है हमारी, वो सिचुएशन कुछ ज्यादा ही खराब है। ज्यादा इसके लिए खराब है क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं ऐसा लग रहा है कि हमारे हालात पूरी दुनिया में गरीबी के अंदर, भूखे नंगों के अंदर बद से बदतर होते जा रहे हैं।
Continuing with Gujarat, right? Nada flags of first leg of Gaurav Yatra, says it will establish the pride of India. Ain't gonna happen. And this is how it will happen. PM Modi unveils 108 feet Hanuman statue in Gujarat. 108. PM will take steps to replicate Gujarat Education Department's initiative across India. Please, Modi, leave us to our own mercy, the rest of the states. We don't need replication of Gujarat's education system. It's all privatization, nothing for the poor, and the private sector is actually become a mafia. Gujarat is BJP's home. Congress wiped out, nowhere in sight, says Shah. He'll be surprised. How then is 77 seats last time, Shahji? Shah launches 3 yatras in Gujarat, eyes 2/3 majority in poll. He tried to do the same last time. He barely got to 99, right? PM to flag off 4th Vande Bharat Express in Himachal Pradesh today. Never saw such poor preparations for flood control relief. BJP MP on UP flood. There is a lot of hulchal, folks, in UP. Nothing is safe in any of the BJP states. And let me just tell you, the Sangh RSS is finally building a resistance to the Gujarat lobby. Watch that space. JP's disciple sitting on Congress's lap, Shah, while taking aim at Nitish. Shah Saab was probably not even born when JP Andolan was on. He doesn't even know what JP Andolan is all about, right? Nitish taunts Shah over his JP disciples' remarks. JP proteges in Congress lap now. Shah takes aim at Nitish Lalu. A fight brewing in Bengal. Ganguly's possible BCCI exit sparks TMC BJP war of words, and I'm told this is because the next World Cup finals, Jan Shah wants it in Ahmedabad. Dada got stuck and said, no, it has to be in Calcutta. Guess who lost, folks? COVID stress on small units, Mudra loans, NPAs up in PSU banks, and that's the reality. Vegetable cereal prices push inflation to 7.41%. Budget will prioritize growth, address inflation, says Nirmala. I wish she knew how. Right? I wish she knew how. Modi launches Vande Bharat train in pole-bound Himachal. That is all he can do, launch these Vande Bharats, these silent trains. He loves silent trains. He likes silence in his audience anyway, so I guess that's why he likes silent trains. Oh wow, so be it.
पिताजी के घर से दे रहे हैं, हाँ? वो खजाना आपके पिताजी का है, नागरिक का पैसा है, इसको मुफ्त का नाम देकर के आप नागरिकों का अपमान कर रहे हैं। सिलेंडर के दाम देख लीजिए, पता चल जाएगा महंगाई कितनी है। लेकिन अगर नहीं जानना चाहते हैं तो करते रहिए हिजाब बुलडोजर, हिंदू मुसलमान इंडिया पाकिस्तान। इस देश में हर नेता को चिंतित होना चाहिए बेरोजगारी के दर को लेकर के, महंगाई को लेकर के, गिरते सामाजिक सौहार्द को लेकर के। अगर वो दर्द की चिंता नहीं है, इसका मतलब आप देश के मानस से खिलवाड़ कर रहे हैं।
और लिमिटेड प्रोफाइल होता है उनका, जस्ट दैट मच, जिसके अंदर आपका मुंह हमेशा बंद होना चाहिए। यू शुड नेवर प्रोफाइल योरसेल्फ। आपको जो शांति से क्वाइटली जो काम सौंपा गया है वो करिए और अदृश्य।
मतलब आप ये कहना चाह रहे हैं कि जो आदमी चुपचाप काम करे, मोदी जी की हर बात माने, कैमरे के सामने ना आए, वही मोदी जी के साथ चल सकता है, ये आप कहना चाह रहे हैं?
बिल्कुल, मुंह भी बंद हो और कान भी उतना खुला हो जितना कि उन्होंने कहा है ये काम करना है आपको।
यार मैं आ रहा हूँ, बहुत आपने मतलब, क्योंकि 45 साल का तजुर्बा है मोदी जी को, आप देख रहे हैं, बड़ी बात कही आपने। मैं वानखेड़े जी से यही सवाल करने जा रहा हूँ। भाई वानखेड़े साहब, मिश्रा जी ये कह रहे हैं, जो बहुत शार्प ऑब्जर्वर है मोदी जी के, ये कह रहे हैं उनके साथ वही आदमी चल सकता है जो मुंह से ज्यादा ना बोले, कान से उतना ही सुने जितना मोदी जी चाहते हैं, और आंख से भी उतना ही देखे जितना उसको देखना चाहिए। यानी कुल मिलाकर ही किस तरह की पर्सनालिटी है मोदी जी की? वानखेड़े साहब अनम्यूट करिए।
मैं उसमें एक चीज और ऐड करता हूं, वो उतना ही सुने जितने मोदी जी चाहते हैं, उतना ही बोले जितना मोदी जी चाहते हैं, उतना ही देखे जितना मोदी जी देखना चाहते हैं, और सोचने के लिए वो अपना दिमाग बंद करते हैं। मोदी के साथ दिमाग बंद करके लोग जो है वही चल सकते हैं, क्योंकि जैसे ही अपने दिमाग में कुछ सोचने लगे।
And wrap it up, Chandrachud to be 50th CGI as Lalit names him successor. This is a breath of fresh air. 2 months of UU Lalit really didn't do much except try and help the government out. But Chandrachud is a man for the Constitution. FIR against event where MP gave boycott speech. Why against the event? Why not against the MP? That's what I asked. Hate speech, sullying atmosphere in India, says Supreme Court. But please do something about it, right? And here's where it gets interesting. Are poll bonds transparent? Asked SC. Absolutely, says government. Absolutely not. Jaitley created these bonds to squeeze the opposition totally. And mindful of Lakshman Rekha, but will examine note ban, says Supreme Court. Getting very interesting, right? As Shah seeks tough action, Delhi police slaps NSA on 5 accused. That's all they're going to do, slap NSA. Hate speech complaint against BJP MP Verma, cop says pro on. Absolutely not. The Delhi police, the less said, the better. But against this poor fellow, he's got brought in for questioning. Police quiz ex-minister in religious conversion event case notice, and this is Rajinder Pal Gautam, and he is Buddhist, and he said exactly what Ambedkar said in those 22 edicts. But he got put in jail, right? And the delay in appointing a new CDS is disappointing, and I wonder whether that's disappointing, or the guy who got appointed, Lieutenant General Chauhan, and the way he was appointed, is that disappointing? I want to know. I really need to know. And then this, a king wanted to go fishing and he asked the royal weather forecaster the forecast for the next few hours. The palace meteorologist assured him that there was no chance of rain, so the king and the queen went fishing. On the way, he met a man with a fishing pole riding on a donkey, and he asked the man if the fish were biting. The fisherman said, "Your Majesty, you should return to the palace. In just a short time, I expect a huge rainstorm." The king replied, I hold the palace meteorologist in high regard. He is an educated and experienced professional. Besides, I pay him very high wages. That's half of the people surrounding Modi, right? He gave me a very different forecast. I trust him. So the king continued on his way. However, in a short time, a torrential rain fell out on the sky, or from the sky. The king and queen were totally soaked. Furious, the king returned to the palace and gave the order to fire the meteorologist. Then he summoned the fisherman and offered him the prestigious position of royal forecaster. The fisherman said, Your Majesty, I do not know anything about forecasting. I obtained my information from my donkey. If I see my donkey's ear drooping, it means with certainty that it will rain. So the king hired the donkey. And thus begins the practice of hiring dumbasses to work in influential positions of government. The practice is unbroken to this date. 3 cheers and Jai Hind.